polynomial? We know that we simply equate the polynomial px to 0 and solve for x. That is how we find out the 0 of any polynomial. Now let's specifically find out 0 of a quadratic polynomial. It will be exactly the same way. We simply will equate the quadratic polynomial to 0 and solve for x. So let's say our quadratic polynomial is px equals x squared plus x minus 6. So we are going to equate x squared plus x minus 6 to 0, and now we are going to apply middle term factorization. So we are going to break down the plus x as plus 3x minus 2x, because when we add plus 3x minus 2x we get the middle term plus x, and when we multiply plus 3x times minus 2x we get minus 6x squared, which is the multiplication of minus 6 and x squared. Now we can take the x common from the first two terms, so we will get x plus 3, and from the last two terms we can take minus 2 common, we'll get x plus 3, and now we can write this as x plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. Now we know that if we have two terms, a times b equals 0, the product of two terms is 0, then a can be 0 or b can be 0 or both of them can be 0. So we have over here x plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. So that means x plus 3 can be 0 or x minus 2 can be 0. So let's process each one of them. So if we take x plus 3 equals 0, so we are going to get x equals minus 3. Now if we were to take x minus 2 equals 0, from there we get x equals 2. So we started off with our original polynomial, quadratic polynomial, which was x squared plus x minus 6. And when we equated this to 0 and we solved for x, now we have two answers, x equals minus 3 and x equals plus 2. So we say that minus 3 and plus 2 are zeros of the quadratic polynomial x squared plus x minus 6.